Light crowd light. ಈ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಬೆಟ್ಲ ಅವ ಇಸ್ಕೋ. Good morning, friends and MBA students watching this business news analysis on November 3rd, Wednesday. So today also, as customary, we will take up this Business Standard newspaper and try to see what are the news items and its relevance to business students, and how the business India and world is shaping up. So let me share my screen. So let me see the okay. If you see the today's newspaper, Business Standard, as you know, it is a news-filled day. The sense, if you see this, Dalal Street sees best Samvat in 12 years. If you see a 12-year period, there's a huge gains recorded by the Indian stock market. Briefly, if we see what happened in the market yesterday, the Sensex is a slight decrease, and Nifty also a 40 points decrease, more or less unchanged sort of thing. And I feel that a lot of indecision in the market, you know, is what we call a dozy formation, where opening and closing are the same, even though there's some 200 points intraday fluctuation Nifty between high and low. So market is yet to take a decisive move. It is watching Fed movements and other things, and also a big that is a large holiday tomorrow, being a Muhurat trading and Diwali trading. So that way we can expect some fireworks maybe in the next week. And many people are skeptical of the huge valuations and the IPO rush. A lot of platform-based companies getting huge valuations. It reminds many people of it's like a tulip mania. So always, markets goes to excesses, overvaluation or undervaluation. It won't go according to our plan. Excess is a characteristics of the market. Now, if you see the news items, This is Dalal Street sees best Samvat in 12 years. This is a news item as we are trying to see here. So it talks about how FPAs, foreign portfolio investors, have invested $1.4 trillion into Indian equities. So it's a huge amount of money. So what we call it as liquidity-driven rally is the best in 12 years. And he says that this take Samvat to Samvatar, from Diwali to Diwali, there is a Nifty 50 is around 41% increase. There is always how this real estate index, metal index, PSU banks, IT and media has been huge increases. And one of the things about financial markets or the stock markets or speculative markets is it is easy to explain after the fact. So many people, many pundits, many experts come and explain to us what happened in the past year, what happened in the trading day after 3:30. So that is of questionable use. But if you try to beat the index, it is a different ball game. Where the research says that almost 90% of the fund managers can't beat the index in a sustainable way over a reasonable period of time. There may be short-term overperformance, but the market takes care of these excesses. So this is how this article explains about what happened in the from Diwali to Diwali. And if you see another news item, this is RBI says that we have to get rid of bad debts early, and there are asset reconstruction companies, so that it takes care of bad debts, NPAs, and try to restructure, clean up the balance sheets. Where the banks have to be clean and for efficient functioning of banks. And if another news item, if you see, RBI is going high-tech to boost supervision. So RBI is, and also yesterday I've seen some corporate, some misdeeds by ex-SBI chairman. So some of these things, this RBI is trying to control by using high-tech and all this. And one related item, as we are being in an education sector, it says that Indian universities are Asia's best in research quantity. One of the research that company QS, which studies higher education, it gives a lot of ratings. So it happy with the Indian research quality. In another company's news item, Airtel makes 1,134 crore profit in September quarter. So we are getting this Q2 results. So Bharti's profits and Airtel. is the company news items. So always we have to see that the news items comprises of economy, Indian economy, global economy, industries, companies, and various editorials. If you split into these items and try to study, and gradually will increase your knowledge database, and insights comes into you naturally, because your mental muscles get stronger and you can easily interpret things in a better way. Because all what we study in MBA is all live in the business newspapers. Either you study legal and business environment, in economic policy, statistics, managerial economics, how the companies are struggling with costs, raising costs, supply chain issues, logistics and supply chain management, financial markets. All these issues comes live when you go through the business newspapers. If you see in other related news items, now, and another item says that Pfizer is, US government gives final clearance to Pfizer's COVID-19 shots for kids 5 to 11. So this is another news item which is encouraging. It says that US health officials on Tuesday gave final sign off to Pfizer's kid-size COVID-19 shot. So there is a milestone that opens major expansion of the nation's vaccination campaign to children as young as 5. So this the markets is how it is shaping up. And the related news article, as we have discussed about the markets. The market is eyeing Fed meeting is there, and SBI and Eicher Motors to report Q2 result. So some of the major news items related to markets. This is that trading activity is light and maybe light on Wednesday, given the long holiday break and the anxiousness ahead of US Fed meeting outcome later tonight. So there are a lot of corporate earnings also, Eicher Motors, Pfizer, SBI, Bata. All these companies are coming out with the Q2 September quarter results. So in the sense, this is the second quarter. So April, May, June is the first quarter. July, August, September is the second quarter. And also there is a lot of activity in the primary market, policy bazaar, all these things are, they are all already subscribed, oversubscribed. These are all how the markets are shaping up. You see the company news items, a lot of company news items are there. Some results, and there is some ratings, CRISIL ratings with price jet rating on non-cooperation. Because these are credit ratings also a very important part of financial system. The company's credit, how the financials are shaping up. They take a view and opinion so that people who are lending to the company are aware of the risks they are taking. So this is how various news items are coming up. So how do you have to take sense of these things? Let me see what is the editorial comment is made. That's very interesting. And you have to take it as a fun rather than it's a imposed event. So what you take it as a fun and read yourself and discuss with your friends, classmates, get different opinions and ruminate on that concepts that are involved in that, how they are relevant to what you are discussing. Maybe some concepts may come into third semester and fourth semester. So it's just a way to think. It's a way to discuss and sharing knowledge is the most intimate thing. If you see, it's a friendship. If you see how you share knowledge, and we are living in information-based economy. Those who have information, they're ruling the world. All these people who who are having information, Facebook, Google, and Twitter, WhatsApp. It's all information-based companies, digital economy. What we have to understand is the digital transformation of business. There's a huge move towards digital transformation of businesses, either in India or all over the world. And we are basically beneficiary of this digital transformation because we have a large manpower, a large IT educated force. So that's why we are seeing large recruitments and lakhs of graduates are getting absorbed by the IT companies. And it is very encouraging for us that we have a lot of IT force being trained in our engineering colleges and other institutions. So that way, the India is very much poised to take over, take a large part out of this digitalization business. And so that demographic dividend, what we call, where huge workforce is being trained in this IT skills, digital skills. And also being a relatively cheaper workforce, we have an advantage, and in English speaking at that. So this is how we have to see and understand. So if you see some of the editorial comments also very much interesting. You see the editorial is there, that is a banking accountability. So the huge news item yesterday about SBI chairman, ex-SBI chairman Pradeep Chaudhary by the police. He is a very reputed person. And so how the public sector banking system is working. So these are all, this sort of discussion going on how the political system is interfering with the lending policies, because being a public sector banks, they are prone to influence by political class. So the case you have to see what is the incident is a hotel project which is financed, SBI financed, and it has become NPA. These things I think you can study in detail. This relates to how the banking frauds are there. And the person opines that, the editor opines that he gives opinion that because if this is a witch hunting sort of thing, there may be delay in business decisions or credit decisions by the bankers. So thank you very much, student friends. This is a very good opportunity for you to utilize this time to understand business, integrate real time with your concepts, and solidify your understanding. Thank you very much. We'll catch up tomorrow with the business news. Thank you.